What up, chat? How you guys going? And welcome back to another TI King 210 NRL podcast. Today we're going to have a look at the lineups and talk about footy. And I do apologise for not doing a podcast last week. My family was sick and I eventually catched it. So I do apologise, and let's get right into it. But to start this off, Broncos and Storm, I think their season's done. It doesn't matter if they win their remaining games, or it would matter because if they win their remaining games, there could still be a chance. But a lot of people are saying that they are done. That's it. Their season's over. They're not making finals. But yeah, it's just terrible what they're doing. And Melbourne Storm had the lead in the last few minutes, and then the last minutes remaining, the Rabbitohs got the winning try against the Melbourne Storm. It was Campbell Graham who got that winning try to win it for Melbourne, for the Rabbitohs. So well done, Campbell Graham. The Broncos, on the other hand, they lost the Queensland Derby against the North Queensland Cowboys, and yeah, it was just disappointing for the Broncos. Anyway, let's have a look at the lineup. Alright. The Dragons, on the other hand, yeah, they lost to the Titans. Really bad for the Dragons, and but the Dragons need to figure out 2026 and look into the future next year when they've got a lot of good players coming through. So just gonna have to see how it plays out in 2027. Alright, Super Thursday at 7:50 PM. It is the Cowboys and the Roosters. Alright. Scott Drinkwater, Brandon Burns, Zach Labert, Tom Chester, Murray Talangi, Jake Clifford, and Jackson Padu, Thomas McKaylee, Sonny Luke, Jason Tomalolo, Hillam Lukey, Jeremiah Nanai, and Ruben Cotter. Bench of the Cowboys is Ethan King, John Bateman, Matthew Lodge, Corin Hess, Sam McIntyre, and Caden Lawrence. Now, Sonny Luke is in at hooker for Reed Marnie after Reed Marnie was injured, so Sonny Luke takes his place. Alright. Roosters, James Tedesco, Tommy Talau, Hugo Salvala, Robert Tua, Mark Nitawaze, Daly Sherry Evans, Sam Walker, Nathaniel White, Rudy Robson, Spencer Lenu, Nat Butcher, Saura Wong, Victor Radley. The bench of the Roosters is Connor Watson, Celesi, Egan Butcher, Taylor, Cody Ramsey, and Reece Foley. Now, Reece Robson is up against his former club, so that's going to be really interesting. So Griffin Neem and Reed Marnie are out for the Cowboys, and Billy Smith and Daniel Tupou are out for the Roosters. Alright, Super Friday at 6 o'clock PM. It is the Dragons and the Dolphins, and then 8 PM, it is the Melbourne Storm and the Bulldogs. Alright, let's have a look at the Dragons and Dolphins. Alright, Clint Gotherson, set to 2, Matt Feeney, Valentine Holmes, Tyrell Sloan, Daniel Atkinson, Cole Flanagan, Loco Junior Pacific Tonga, Damien Cook, Toby Couchman, Dylan Egan, Him Stewart, Ryan Couchman. Bench of the Dragons is Jacob Little, Luciano Leilua, Josh Kerr, Jacob Halaganu, Moses Suli, and Lincoln King Tonga. Dolphins, Hemiso Tabiai Fido, Jermaine Osako, Jack Bostock, Herbie Farmworth, Simon Cobo is back, Cody Nikarima, Bradley Snyder, Thomas Flegger, Jeremy Marshall King, Francis Molo, Camille Lemieux, Barney Wiki, Morgan Knowles, and bench of the Dolphins is Kurt Dogohue, Max Blaff, Tom Gilbert, Felice Caprisi, Ray Stone, and Jake Olivero. Now, John and Sebastian Sewer are out for the Dolphins. Now, looking at this lineup, the changes that I would make is that, look, Clint Guthersen's a good player. He is. But you've got to change your lineup a bit because it can have a big impact on it. Clint Guthersen, I would put him on the bench and I would bring put Tyrell Sloan at fullback, and I would bring on the wing David Farley and Clint Guthersen on the bench. It's just you got to change your lineup a bit. Anyway, alright. No players out for the Dragons. Alright. Storm and the Bulldogs. Sua Falongo, Sagi, Tommy Barrow, Wate, Nick Meaney, Moses Leo, Tyron Wishart, Jerome Hughes, Stefano, Trent, Josh King, Cooper Clark, Owen Keeley, former Dolphin, joined the Storm this year, and Trent Leo. Bench of the Storm is Hayden Watson, Alec McDonald, Jack Harrington, Sean Bloor, and Joe Chen, and Angus Hinchey. Bulldogs on the other hand, Connor Tracy, Jacob Kraz, Matt Burden, Ure Tula, Stefano Camilla, Stephen Crichton, Lockie Galvin, Max King, Bradley Snyder, Leo Thompson, William Kickout, Jacob Preston, German Selman. Bench of the Bulldogs is Kurt Mann, Josh Curran, Harry Haynes, Jones, Jet Radin, and Sean O'Sullivan. So Harry Grant and Jack Howarth are out for the Storm and Bulldogs clash. That is a big blow, a huge blow for the Storm. And Gordon Chang-Kom-Tong is out for the Bulldogs. Alright, Super Saturday at 3 p.m. It is the Warriors and the Titans. Alright. Keanu Keeney, Dean Lamina, Jojo Fafita, AJ Brimson is back. Philip Sami, Jen Campbell, Zane Harrison, Fonya Waker, Oliver Pascoe, Tino Felicilla Army, Amahau, Brian Fermor, Chris Randall. Bench for the Titans is Curtis Morin is back. Josh Paxton, Khalees Haas, Cooper Bai, Sam Wells, and Lachlan Elias. Warriors, Nico Kudsta, Tane is out. Dallin Celestia, Ali Natanina, Adam Pommy, Karen Pereira, Chanel Harris Davida, T. Murray Martin, James Fisher Harris, Wade Egan, Mitch Barnett, Kurt Capewell, Jacob Laban, and Aaron Clark. Sam Healy, Tanner Stowe Smith, Domintic, Leka Halasema, Luke Metcalf is in the side, and Eddie. So, Salafani is out for the Titans, and Tani Tapuki is out for the Warriors. One each. Alright, at 5:30 p.m. it is the Panthers and the Raiders. Still no Dylan Edwards, so Jackson Edgar, Thomas Jenkins, Paul Damotti, Casey McLean, Brian To'o, Jack Kroger, Nathan Cleary, Moses Leota, Freddie Lussick, Lindsay Smith, Isaiah Papali'i, Liam Martin, Isaiah Yeo. Bench with the Panthers is Billy Scott, Scott Sorensen, Liam Henry, Billy Phillips, Isaac Tonga, and Jack Cole. Not sure what's going on here. For some reason, Blaise Talangi is in the reserves. He's in the reserves, and replaced with Jack Kroger at 5'8", the partner Nathan Cleary. I don't know what the go is there, why Blaise Talangi would be in the reserves. It's just really weird for Blaise Talangi to be put in the reserves. I don't get it, but that's what it shows here, that Blaise Talangi is in reserves and replaced by Jack Kroger in the halves. So, it's a little weird. Anyway, Connor Weeks, Jet Stewart, Sami Sangi, Matthew Timoko, Xavier Savage, Evan Strange, Ethan Sanders, Corey Hosbro, Owen Paddy, Joseph Tarpley, Zach Hosky, Ata Moata, Morgan Smithies. Bench of the Raiders, Tom Starley, Matty Nicholson, Josh Papali'i, Dane Laurie, Sebastian Chris, and Joe Rodney. Yeah, no players out for Panthers, and Jane Brayley is out for the Raiders. Last game is Super Saturday, which is at 7:35 p.m. It's the Broncos and the Knights. Reece Walsh, Josiah Kapani, Katoni Staggs, Dane Mariner, Grant Anderson, Ezra Mann, Adam Reynolds, Ramu Samu, Corey Picks, Payne Haas, Xavier Wilson, Jordan Ricky, Patrick Carrigan. Bench is Billy Walters, Ben Tolte, Jaden Hunt, Ben Hunt, Luke Gale, Hazy Paham, no Preston Ricky, he's out. Callum Ponga, Dominic Young, Dane Gagai, Bradman Best, Greg Margie, Fletcher Sharp, and Sandon Smith. Now, no Dylan Brown, he's out, and no Dylan Lucas. Cody Hopwood, Phoenix Crossland, Trey Mooney, Jermaine McEwen, Francis, and Matt Croker. Bench of the Knights, Harrison Graham, Tyson Brazil, Thomas Camp, Brody Jones, Fletcher Hunt, and Lachlan Crouch. So yeah, Broncos have got a few players out. They got Dylan Lucas out with injury, Dylan Brown out with injury, Elijah Salazar Lamona is out for the Knights. 3 players out for the Knights. And Preston Ricky is out for the Broncos. Alright, Super Sunday. It is at 2 o'clock p.m. It is the Sharks and the Bunnies. William Kennedy, Sione Katoa, Jesse Ramian, Koiro, Ronaldo Molintolo, Brendan Trindle, Nico Hines, Adi Fanoa Blake, Blake Brayley, Thomas Hazelton, Britton Nicola, Teg Wilton, and Cam McInnes. Bench of the Sharks is Talakai, Billy Burns, Owen Kafusi, Jesse Muya Hawkeye, and Jen Bowell. Rabbitohs, Matt Duffy, Alex Johnston, Latrell Sigwart, Jack Whiten, Campbell Graham, Cody Walker, and Ashton Ward. Tavita Totola, Brendan Smith, John Riddle, Kieran Kolomatangi, Aaron Aiken, and Lachlan Harpner. Bench for the Rabbitohs is Jai Gray, Jamie Humphries, Liam Lebelnik, Sean Kepi, Jaden Sullivan, and Edward Crossi. So, Hopa Paru out for injury with the Sharks, and Taku Hao Tapana is out for the Sharks. Bronson Garlick is out for the Rabbitohs. Last game is for Sunday. It is the Tigers and the Eels. Ooh, this one's going to be interesting. Alright, Jareem Buller, Junior Tupou, Holsamy, Makasini, Patrick Herbert, Seward, Sununa, Taruva, Jerome Luai, Adam Dewey, Terrell May, Abby Coruscant, Fano Paul, Samar Fainu, Sione Fainu, Alex Twal. Bench of the Tigers is Heath Mason, Charlie Murray, Alex Safer, Tony Sakar, Tristan Hope, and Starfield Todd. The Eels, Isaiah Longy, Brian Kelly, Will Penasini, Jordan Serrani, Josh Adekar, Ronald Rockman, Mitchell Moses, Sam Tavani, Talan De Silva, Jack Williams, Kamatalangi, Katoni Katonga, and Jack DeBellum. Bench of the Eels is Dylan Walker, Junior Polo, Tickham Brown, Harrison Edwards, Josh Papali, and Tori Batali. Volo Tavana and Jared Haywood out for the Tigers, and Luca Marti is out for the Eagles. Now, another unusual thing that Junior Polo is on the bench and is replaced with Sam Tavanti. Like, what in the world is happening? Players are just getting put on the bench. Okay. And Manly have got the bye 2 points, and they are playing not great football. They've lost their 5 games. Manly, they've lost. Manly have lost at least four games. They've lost, which was one was against the Eels, one was against Cowboys by 1 point, one was against the Titans round 20, and now against Cronulla, 48-12. Like, what in the world is happening with Manly? Wow. They've got the bye, but then they face the Melbourne Storm. And the stadium they're playing at in the next round is HBF Park in Perth. They're playing in Perth. So, can't wait for it. Can't wait. Rumours are saying that's where the Perth Bears are going to be playing in 2027. So, alright, now we're going to start who we're going to tip here for round 22. Alright. Round 22. Oh man. Cowboys or Roosters on Thursday. Oh man. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting, but with this one, I'm going to go with the Roosters here over the Cowboys. The game that I'm not looking forward to is the Dragons and the Dolphins on Friday. Dragons at home again, and they face the Dolphins. Yeah, I'm going with the Dragons here over the Dolphins. Storm and Bulldogs. Now, the way the Bulldogs are playing, right? Don't be surprised if they sneak into the top 8. If they find themselves into a top 8 spot. If the Bulldogs win their remaining games, they could sneak into the top 8. So with this one, I'm going with the Bulldogs here over the Melbourne Storm. Because when you don't have Cameron Munster, when you don't have Harry Grant, when you don't have Jack Howarth, when you don't have Xavier Coates, and when you don't have Warbrick, the Storm go wild. They make errors, and without those men that I just mentioned, they lose, and they don't play well. So Bulldogs here over the Storm. Alright. Super Saturday, Warriors or Titans. Oh, this is going to be a shootout match. It's in Cbus Super Stadium, the Gold Coast. Titans are at home. This one's going to be interesting, but with this one, I'm going with the Wars here over the Titans. Panthers and Raiders now. This is a much needed win for the Raiders. They have to win and win their remaining games to make a top 8, sneak in the top 8 as well. They need to win their remaining games so they can do like the Bulldogs have to do, sneak into the top 8. So with this one, I'm going with the Panthers here over the Raiders. Broncos or Knights? Oh man, it's gonna be interesting, but this one, I reckon the Knights here over the Broncos. Alright, Super Sunday, Sharks, Rabbitohs, Tigers and Eels. Now, we did choose the Bunnies last round. They won against the Melbourne Storm. But the way the Sharks are playing is that kind of football that the Sharks are playing is the kind of football you want to be playing in the finals. So with this one, I'm going to go with the Sharks here over the Rabbitohs. Last game of Super Sunday, West Tigers and the Eels. Oh boy, this is going to be a good game. But this one, I'm going to go with the West Tigers here over the Eels. Adam Dewey's back and he's going to be playing at halfback. So with this one, we're going with the Tigers here over the Eagles. And Melly have the bye, 2 points. Watch out. That's going to do it with this one. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, TI King 210. And please subscribe to our podcast channel, TI King 210 NRL Podcast. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and yeet!